When you buy a stock, you're buying a piece of a business. You will do well. All you need to do is understand one thing. It's about staying in and buying more when things look the worst. Okay, I don't know if you've heard, but the Nasdaq is now in a bull market. What does that mean? Whenever a stock or an index goes up 20% off its lows, that's considered the start of a bull market. Let's check out QQQ, which is Nasdaq 100. Year to date, it is up 20.2%. That's after falling almost 1% today so far. And it's April 3rd right now. So that is a bull market. And a lot of people are probably thinking, oh, great, everything's rosy. We got the bull market. But let's pump the brakes here real quick so I can show you guys a little bit about history. Let's look at the max chart for the Nasdaq. Let's go back to 2000. We're going to use our software to go back to 2000, 1999 to 12/31/2004. Okay. These are big increases, 74 to 93. That is a 20% increase. Down here to up here, 20% increase. Down here to up here, more than a 20% increase. Down here to up here, more than a 20% increase. Do you see my point? In a bear market, in a long-term bear market, there are still going to be 20% increases along the way. Back in the 2000 crash, they had 4 of them along the way. I truly believe that in the long run, stocks are a weighing machine. This was indicative of how overvalued the Nasdaq was. Now, it probably was underpriced here, but that's what to do. We have to swing the pendulum from overvaluation to undervaluation within a cycle. Don't get confused into thinking that, oh, we're in a new bull market, we're clear. It could very well just be the market saying we have to weed people out. And every time there's getting people back in, oh, we're good, bull market, let's start investing back in. When I see ARK Investments still getting a net increase in its assets, money coming in, I think to myself, we're not done yet. When I still see all of you idiots out there who believe in crypto, and I know it's not you who believe in this channel, so subscribe to the channel if you hate crypto, and if you realize that these things have no value and ARK Investments is a scam, you need to subscribe to the channel. If you don't believe that, you probably hate me. I'm okay with that. Please, I welcome you back in 2 or 3 years when you realize, oh my God, that little small guy on YouTube who was pretty arrogant may have been right. From 2021 till now, February of 2021, go watch our videos. We criticized ARK, we criticized Tom Nash, we criticized Meet Kevin. Their biggest holdings are down 90%. Have my stocks gone down? Absolutely. But when my stocks go down, I buy more of them. When their stocks go down, they bail, they flee, because they have no fundamental understanding of the companies. When you buy a stock, you're buying a piece of a business. And when you buy an index, you're buying a piece of a lot of businesses. And I do believe the Nasdaq's a great place to make money in the long run, but you have to do it when people hate the Nasdaq, not when they love it. Look how long it took. This all-time high right here, back in 2000, was hit at 117, 118. Let's look at how long it took for them to get to 117, 118 again. It took until 2016. I just want to make note, 117 on August 11, 2016. Let me tell you what happened between here and here. You ready? LeBron James was in high school. He might have been in 8th grade. He got drafted right here. He left Cleveland right here. He left Miami right here. He came back, went to the finals, and his second finals was down 3-1, and at this point held a trophy for the Cleveland Cavaliers. This is all that happened in that time period. He went from not even being a pro, being in 8th grade or 9th grade, all the way to a title for Cleveland in that time before NASDAQ even saw its being equal. And 96% of our viewers are men, a lot of them in the US, they understand that analogy. If you don't understand the analogy, go look it up. That is what happened at that time. We had a great financial crisis all in that time. We had so many things happen, but when you overpay for something, it takes a long time to recover. The NASDAQ hit 16,500 or so recently. I think it'll be a long time before we see that again. Could it be as bad as this? I don't know, but I think it'll be a long time before we see that again, because look at the stocks that were in here that were dominating. Tesla's down over 50% since that peak. And it's only been 1.5 years, 2 years. Guys, it's going to be a tough ride. Why? Because of valuations. Valuations. That's what's key here. This NASDAQ 100 bull market should not have you fooled into thinking everything's okay. Just look at the people out there who invest. Look at the Robinhood and the Weebles. When people are out there investing, when average people are investing and making it easy, it's not going to work in the long run. You have to get the average person saying, I'm done. I'm absolutely done. And that happened here. How many of my friends said, I'm done? I'm done with investing in individual stocks. I'm done. That's what happened. I remember in June of 2003, I had a job out of college and they sent me to training. And one of the people being trained with me said, well, you can't invest in stocks because you're only gonna get 3 or 4% return. I didn't realize it back then. That was an indication we were close. Why? They have to give up where you think you can't really make money in stocks. But right now, people still think you can make money in stocks. To get to good values, areas where you can't, literally as long as you hold on, you're going to make double-digit returns. You have to get to points where people think you have to give up. The average person has to give up. Not me, because I get excited when stocks go down. Today, I'm excited. Stocks are down. Tesla's down. All the big ones are down. I get excited by that. I would love it if Google fell in half tomorrow. I would empty my coffers trying to buy Google. Today, there's another micro-cap stock, which I won't talk about, that I want to get a position in. It's up today. I wrote a text to the person who first pitched it to me. I said, F this company. He said, why? I said, it's up. He said, yeah, I know. That's the way I want you to be. But you don't need to be that way. That would make you it took me a long time to get there. All you need to do is understand one thing. That in the long run, as long as you're buying at a fair value, you will do well. As long as you dollar cost average and have it and are able to withstand ups and downs, you will do well. I don't need you to become a great investor. You just need to be better than the average idiot out there. And you can be. You just need to be able to buy when these things happen. To be okay saying, wait a second, this is investing in 100 companies that are all great. That's the understanding of where we are. Understanding that this is great compared to here, but not necessarily great overall. That's what I want you understanding. Subscribe to the channel. Trust me when I say, if you watch our videos, keep repeating these things, you will be a better investor. Because being a great investor isn't about making the right picks. It's about staying in and buying more when things look the worst. And that takes a certain emotional level. You're all capable of it. The question is, how are you going to get there? It took me a long time because I had nobody like this. I had no channel to watch. I had to do it on my own. With a channel to watch, with our channel to watch, and if you happen to join our community with all the people in there that can talk and support you while stocks are going down. In this community, when stocks are down, people are high-fiving and excited. Thousands of people in there getting excited about it. That's the key. You will do very well in investing if you're able to do that. Don't get suckered in at this and say, oh, good, we're good. Just say, hey, I'm a long-term investor. I don't mind waiting for better prices. I don't know when the bottom's going to happen. I have no clue. This could very well be the bottom. I doubt it, but it could be. But your goal should be to be able to be aware of what values are at any given time relative to history. And right now, it's just very tough. I want you to do very well in investing. But being a great investor doesn't necessarily mean you have to be a great stock picker. It just means you have to have the emotional fortitude to stay calm when others are going crazy, to avoid the news, to focus on what fundamentally matters. There's a lot of stuff that happened in March. A lot of bad stuff. Banks failed. Stocks were up. How do you explain that? I have no idea. I just believe in the short run, stocks are a voting machine. In the long run, they're a weighing machine. Don't fall for the sucker. I believe this is a bear market rally. This is a bull market within a long-term bear market. I just look at where we are economically and say, wait, hey, and where valuations are and say, this is going to be tough for a while. Doesn't mean you can't make money, quite the opposite. Even if you invested here, you made good money. But just be aware that you might have to absorb some big falls along the way. And if you invested here, you made money. Whether it was good or not, it's a totally different question. You just have to absorb some falls. That's it. Is it possible we see these numbers again? It's possible. Is it probable? I think the Nasdaq's worth well more than $115 on the QQQ Nasdaq. But we don't know where things are going to go. But I want that if things got really, really bad and all of a sudden QQQ went to 80, that you sit there and say, oh my God, relative to history and valuation, this is a great price. I got to buy more. That's what I want you to get to, because eventually markets will be better. Eventually, look at S&P 500. Look at the max of the S&P 500. You wish you'd bought here a ton, and here a ton, right? Same thing. That's what we're here to teach you. The emotion. This is where COVID happened. Everybody thought the world was falling apart. People didn't think the world was falling apart. Guys, the best times to buy is when the news is the worst. Remember that. The best time to buy is when the news is the worst. Your job is to learn what news matters. That's your job. That's what we teach here on this channel. That's why you need to subscribe. And I want you to do another favor for me. I want you to forward this video on to somebody else who could use this kind of insight. Thank you very much for your time.